Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukhascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketur Ganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvajaha Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasya Dvirada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Nignanti Satatam Vishwaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripa Samagam Bande Paramananda Madhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Varutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedaihi Sanka Padakramoparishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yogino Yasyantam na vidhu surasura ganaha devaya tasmai namaha Janmadhyascha yataha anvayat itaratascha arteshu avignaha swarat Tene brahma hridayaha adikavaye mukhyanti yat surayaha Tejovari mridam yatha vinimayo yatritri sargo mrisha Dhamna svera sada nirasta kohakam satyam param dhimahi Dharmah prochida kaitavotra paramo nirmat saranam satam Vedhyam vastavam atra vastu sivadam tapatrayon molanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrite Kimva Parairisvaraham Sadhyo Hridi Avarudhyatehe Atra Kritibihi Sustrushubihi Tatkshanat Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam Sukamukat Amrta Dravasam Yutam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muharaho Rasikaha Bhuvi Bhavukaha Vasudeva Para Veda Vasudeva Paramakaha Vasudeva Para Yoga Vasudeva Para Kriyaha Vasudeva Param Jnanam Vasudeva Param Tapaha Vasudeva Paro Dharmo Vasudeva Paragatihi Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Now, with Swami's grace, we will continue from where we left off from our last session. We came up to Slokam 12. We came up to Slokam 11, Adhyayam 16, Skandham 4. The musicians are singing in praise of Pruthu based upon all the activities that he will be doing in the future. Okay? So now the number 11 talks about Pruthu will be like Agni, like fire, like Agni. And Agni, and even if it is very far away, you cannot go near it, right? And at the same time, you cannot oppose the Agni. And you can never win over Agni. That's up to that point we came. Number 12, we'll take up. If we all have heard about Bhagavan being the witness, right? Indweller, all the spiritual teachers teach us that. But the same Bhagavan is also present outside too. Not only inside, outside also. And above me, below me, behind me, on my sides, everything. And the same Bhagavan also teaches us that I'm actually in his womb. Please understand. So he said that Narayana very first teaching to Brahma was that. So all you had to do is to manifest what's already in my womb. So it's like I'm living in the womb of my mother. That's what you are too. Okay. So that is why we are all truly brothers and sisters. Truly brothers and sisters. Okay, all of us are in Bhagavan's womb. So when it is like that, where is this witnessing taking place? Who is witnessing? I mean, that question is always there, right? Isn't it? We talks about vision of love and Sudarshanashtakam, so many things. But the point is, you and I know in my body as I live, I'm also conscious of the breathing, the pranan, the apanan, the five the things of Vyanan, Udanan, and then Samanan. How we call it as Vayu, right? Not just a breathing air. That is also witnessing, isn't it? But it doesn't get attached to everything that it sees, what I do, what I think, right? All those things, the Vayu also sees that. And of course, the Atma within, it is more than the life force. Please understand. And Pranan is more than the life force. And Bhagavan, the Atma, the formless one that we all know, if you want to call it as Manasachi, the conscience, right? So that is what this is going to talk about. So like the way the Vayu and the Atma, the Manasachi, is witnessing everything that I do, he sees everything, but actually behaves like it is not seeing anything at all, like unattached. Even though it is aware of everything, it's very silent, doesn't do anything. Like that, Pruthu Maharaja, through his spy network, will watch all the activities of the people from both from outside as well as from inside, which means inside means there will be appropriate spies set up within various groups and that can report back to what is happening. And outside means outside anybody, any external enemy coming or whatever it may be. So he will be aware of all this, but he'll be he'll be acting as if he's not aware of anything. That's the meaning of this sloka. Antar bahischa bhutanam pasyan karmani charanaihi udasina iva adhyakshaha vayuhu atma iva dehinam. Antar bahischa bhutanam pasyan karmani charanaihi udasinaha iva adhyakshaha vayuhu atma iva dehinam. Antar bahischa bhutanam pasyan karmani charanaihi udasina iva adhyakshaha vayuratmeva dehinam. The very first slokam that we start with in all our sessions. Sumukascha ekadantascha kapilo kachakarnakaha lambodharascha vikato vignarajo vinayakaha dhumaketu ganadhyakshaha. Remember, adhyakshaha. Adhyakshaha means leader, master. Ganadhyakshaha, the leader of all the Ganangal. Now here, Adhyakshaha, the word comes. So I referred you to that. Dehinam Adhyakshaha, a sentence I'm making for, I think, one or two of you are interested in Sanskritam. So, Dehinam Adhyakshaha Pasyan Udasinaha Iva. Dehinam, for all the beings, Adhyakshaha, the leader, Pasyan Udasinaha even though he sees everything, he is aware of everything, he will be like he is not aware of anything. Udasinaha, as if he has not seen anything. Pranigalukku Talaivan, see, Adhyakshaha is subject. It denotes Pruthu Maharaja. But when we construct a sentence, in English we say the leader of all the beings, of all the citizens, then it makes sense as a subject. But in Tamil, I have to say, Pranigalukku Talaivanana இந்த மகாராஜா பஸ்யன் உதாசீனக இவ பார்க்கின்ற போதிலும் பார்க்காது போல் இருப்பார். Even though he sees, he acts as if he is not seeing anything. Now, that is the basic sentence. Comparison. Dehinam adhyakshaha, the leader of all the beings, the citizens, the master, who is in this case the Pruthu, because he is what we talked, the subject is, the musicians are singing his praise only. Vayuhu Atma iva, like the Vayu and the Atma, like that. Bhutanam antah bahischa karmani, karmani, karyangalai. Okay, in Tamil. Bhutanam karmani, all the actions done by the citizens, various beings. Antaha bahischa karmani, things that they do secretly and the thing they do openly, right? By all the beings, bhutanam antaha bahischa karmani, all the actions that his citizens do both secretly and also in openly. Charanaihi, through the spice, Vatrargal moolam, by the spice. Pasyan, coming to know and being aware of all these actions. Udasinaha iva, he will act as if he will be like he is not aware of anything. That's a description. I hope it's clear. Dehinam adhyakshaha vayuhu atma iva bhutanam antar bahischa karmani charanaihi pasyan உதாசீனக இவ. பிராணிகளுக்கு தலைவனான இந்த பிருத்து மகாராஜா வாயு ஆத்மா போல பிராணிகளுடைய உள்ளும் புறமும் செய்யும் காரியங்களை ஒற்றர்கள் மூலம் பார்த்ததும் பார்க்கின்ற போதிலும் பார்க்காது போல் இருப்பார். The leader, the master of all the citizens, the beings, just like our Vayu and Atma who witness, right, all our internal and outside actions, like that, he will also become aware of all the actions done by his citizens, secretly as well as in open, but becoming aware, he will be like he is not aware of them at all. Number 13. Pruthu Maharaja, the avataram takes place, Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami. Remember that, all avatarangal comes there. Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Sambhavami is what Bhagavan says in the Gita. Not to establish Dharma. No, Dharma is always established. Bhagavan is Dharma, right? But that's an incorrect translation sometimes we make. But the real meaning is Dharma Samsthapanarthaya means to manifest the conduct of how one should behave, the human beings, how we should behave, how we should think, how we should speak, how we should conduct ourselves, how we should be disciplined, what are the limits we must follow, what are the things we should not do. Several things are there, right? How we should be serving the society, how we should develop selflessness, right? So many ways. And Bhagavan comes there to illustrate, to show us the way. Because Dharma is already there, latent within you and me. It has not gone anywhere. It is just not manifesting. It is latent. To bring it out in you and me, say Bhagavan takes avataram, Dharma Samsthapanartha. Yeah, so Pruthu is no difference. Pruthu avataram is no different. So here, as a the exemplar of dharma, the dharma swarupi, what he will do, even when the son of his enemy, okay, some complaints come against him, but he is actually innocent, he will not punish him, even if it is the son of his enemy. But if his own son, if he is to be punishable, committed a crime, then he will punish him. That's the basic meaning of the sloka. Number 13. Na dandhyam dhandatyesha sutam atmadvisham api dhandati atmajam api dandhyam dharmapathe sthitaha. Na dandhyam dhandatyesha sutam atmadvisham api dhandati atmajam api dandhyam dharmapathe sthitaha. Na dandhyam dhandatyesha sutam atmadvisham api dhandatyatmajam api dandhyam dharmapathe sthitaha. Na adhandyam dhandati yeshaha sutam atmadvijam api dhandati atmajam api dandhyam dharmapathe sthitaha. Dharmapathe sthitaha, subject. Okay. Dharma needi markatil, dharma markatil, pate, pati means pathway, dharma pate, in the pathway of dharmam, sthitaha, one who is firmly fixed in that, one who walks along on that, one who conducts himself along the dharmic path. Sthitaha shows a firm establishment, unshakable. The Sanskrit word sthitaha is actually firmly established, okay, unshakable. Whatever happens, he will not waver from it. That's all the meaning contained in that. Dharma pate sthitaha yeshaha. Dharma margatil nadakindra, vargindra, ivar in the Pruthu. This Pruthu who conducts himself and lives on the along the dharmic path, dharma pate sthitaha yeshaha. Adhandhyam, innocent, not punishable. Adhandhyam. Adhandyam, innocent, not punishable, not deserving punishment. Okay. Dandika tagadavan enil, if he is innocent, if he is not punishable, does not deserve punishment, adhandyam. Atma dvisham sutam api. Atma dvisham. Atma dvisha means enemy. So put it in a simple way. Bhagavan. Okay. Sutam, his son, api, even if it happens to be the son of his enemy, Bhagavan in Mahane Kuda, the api is very important, even if it happens to be, even if it is the son of his enemy, Atma Dvisham Sutam api, if he is adandhyam, if he is innocent, does not deserve punishment, then Yeshaha, this Pruthu Maharaja, who was Dharma Pate Sthitaha, established in the Dharma Margam only, lives only and breathes only Dharmam. What does he do? He na dandayati. He does not punish him, even if it happens to be the son of his enemy. If that person is innocent, does not deserve punishment, then he will not punish him. Now, same way, Dharma pathe sthitaha yeshaha, this Pruthu Maharaja who is living and established firmly in the dharmic path, Atmajam api, even if it happens to be his own son, Dandhyam. First we saw Adandhyam. So Dandhyam is exactly, now what it means. If he is guilty, if he is to be punished, Dandhyam, Dandika, Takkavan Ayin. Okay. This Eshaha, this Pruthu Maharaja, Atmajam Api, even if it happens to be his own son, the son, if he is Dandhyam, if he is guilty and to be punished, Dandayati, he will punish him. Now you get an idea of what type of a king he was. Absolutely impartial, stickler for dharma. That is why the whole Mother Earth, everything came back, revived. Okay, from complete destruction. Please remember, only through dharma. Na dandyam dandayat yesha sutam atma visham api dandatyatmajam api dandyam dharma pate stitaha. Number 14. Sir, next question. Oh, he is going to rule like this. You cannot approach him. He is like Agni, okay? And you cannot win over him. It's indefeatable, okay? And also, you cannot oppose him also, okay? And so he is like that. And then he knows about all the actions that all his citizens do, both secretly as well as in open. Maybe there's a riot or a protest or what, everything he will know. Internally, people may be plotting, whatever it may be. He knows everything, the dharmic as well as other big actions people do through because of the spy network, but he will act as if he doesn't know anything so that the right time he can act. Then he's such a stricter of dharma, even his worst enemy's son, if he is proved to be innocent, he will not punish him. But if his own son, if he is proved to be guilty, he will punish him. That's how far we have come. So how long is he going to rule like this? Next question. What is his time period? I mean, not time period. Actually, next slokam can be understood in two ways. So I kind of went ahead of myself and was experiencing it the way I experienced the slokam. But first, let me give you the other meaning of it. So, what is the size of his kingdom? How long is this going to? Let's say we all think immediately geography and every kingdom is limited, this size and all that. But how big is this kingdom really? Okay, that's what this is going to talk about. Let's take it from that angle so that you all can relate to it first, and then if time permits, Bhagavan wants me to, then we'll share the other experience of the sloka. First one is, how large is this rule? Sounds very interesting, but how long? Where is his kingdom? I'd like to be a citizen in his kingdom. So many things we can think. The next slokam says, the extent to which the sun rays reach. How far do they go? The sun rays. We were talking about the Bhumi, the Bhulokam now. Okay, let us limit ourselves, not to the universe. The Bhulokam, how far does the sun rays reach? And up to that point is Pruthu's kingdom, the rulership will be there. That's one meaning. The second meaning is, to whatever time, the word, Sanskrit, the word is yavat, is the word we're going to see. Yavat means how much. Okay. Now, how much can be applied to time also? How long will this rulership last? Okay, think for a second. If I tell you how long did the rulership of Rama last, think for a second. Okay, Rama Rajyam, we heard. Yes, but how long does rulership of Rama last? Okay, we all think Treta Yugam and Rama's avataram is over. No, even today, the Rama principle is ruling, isn't it? In your mind, in my mind, as a conscience, right? As showing the dharmic path. If I'm in confusion, I refer to what did Rama do? How did Rama speak? So many things I refer to. So in terms of time, it is as long as the sun lives. Okay? That's one way to look at it. Another way is, what is the geographical extent? Yavat, how much? Okay. So this says, that is the basic meaning of this slokam. And the limitation, my dear brothers and sisters, and my most respected elder, is this yavat, how much, how far, okay, and till what time, whichever way you translate it in English, the limitation is given in the slokam itself. As far as your mind can take you. That's also given. Okay, we'll cover this slokam. Okay. Now that I've given you enough clues about this slokam, let us move on. Asya apratihatam chakram Prutoho amanasa chalat. Amanasa chalat. Remember that. Vartate Bhagavan arkaha yavat tapati go ganaihi. Yavat tapati. How long, how much, till what time, and how far does the sun heat through his rays? That's the meaning of that. Okay. Asya apratihatam chakram prutoho amanasa chalat vartate Bhagavan arkaha yavat tapati go ganaihi. Asya pratihatam chakram pruto ramanasa chalat vartate Bhagavan arko yavat tapati go ganaihi. Yavat asya apratihatam chakram prutoho amanasa chalat vartate Bhagavan arkaha yavat tapati go ganaihi. Go ganaihi. First, a very interesting Sanskrit word that I learned it from the slokam was this. I will share with you the patam chakram. Chakram means wheel. That's immediately we translate it into English and lose the meaning. Immediately we lose the meaning, but forget it. I don't know how many births we have to take to understand the meaning of it again because we learned it wrongly. Tamil, we say chakram, kala chakram, dharma chakram, right? One way to look at it. Okay, chakram, something that repeats itself, goes round and round. Another way we look at it. But chakram actually means rulership. Okay, rulership, very important. When you draw a column and all that, when I say yantram, in our scriptural things for mantram, we do, and yantrangal are there, and tantram, where people do Vedic things. They all draw different figures, and then they say within this. What is actually is that everything is contained within that bound, and you cannot go beyond that bound. Okay, do you understand? So, the chakram, when you say kala chakram, for example, yes, one quick way is that, and the way that, frankly, I've been looking at it till I read this slokam, was that, yes, everything repeats itself, time repeats itself. What is today is Monday night, and Monday night will come again. Everything goes round and round. Earth goes around the sun, etc., 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 etc. Okay, fine. But the interesting thing is, insidiously, okay, in this is that I cannot go beyond. I'm bound by that. I'm bound. So I'm being ruled by that chakram, dharma chakram. I try and go beyond the boundaries of dharma. Even though I may do adharmic actions, I cannot go beyond the boundaries of dharma because immediately I'm punished. It is like I touch fire, I get burnt. What happens? I immediately withdraw. Like that. If I do adharmic things, I get punished. Automatically I withdraw. So I have to respect the limits. And that means the limits are actually ruling over me. நான் எந்த ஆட்சியில் இருக்கேன்? சக்கரத்தின் ஆட்சியில் இருக்கேன். Chakra means ஆட்சி, rulership. Okay, look at it this way. Sudarshana Chakram, we say. Immediately we think of a wheel. Go to the temple, Sudarshana, we call him Sudarshana Alvar, even though Sudarshana is nothing but Bhagavan himself. That's another topic. So immediately we see a circle there, right? But no, Sudarshana Chakra means I am in the rulership of Sudarshana. Okay, so Chakram actually means archi, rulership, something that I live within, that I cannot exceed its authority, I cannot exceed its boundaries. Okay, so with that meaning, now if we let's look at the slokam. I've got about 6 minutes left, so let me see how far I can cover. Asya, I think I give you the padangal, so let us go. So yavat Bhagavan arkaha tapati, yavat, for how much time or how much distance, both ways we will look at it. Bhagavan arkaha, arkaha means Surya Bhagavan, Bhagavan Suryan, Bhagavan arkaha Surya Bhagavan, go ganehi, with, see, the sun rays doesn't come in one or two, they comes in huge groups of them, isn't it? The sun rays are actually coming in huge groups. Okay, so go ganehi tapati. Tapasi means one word, one meaning is heat. Okay, another meaning is it also brightens, it also makes it effulgent. Okay, both are there. That's why you got both qualities in Agni. It is heat as well as it gives light. So yavat Bhagavan arkaha goganehi tapati, for how long or which to whatever distance, whatever limit, this Surya Bhagavan's rays brighten and illuminate which means even if you go to the Arctic Circle, even though my mind can picture Arctic Circle, I cannot go there, but Surya Bhagavan is there. So basically, from a geographical point of view, the whole of Bhulokam. Okay? And from an experience, Anubhavam point of view, as long as the Surya Bhagavan lives, this dharma, the rule of dharma, will be there. Okay, that's what we saw in the previous slokam. He's ruling of dharma, right? That dharma, that will be there as long as the sun shines. That's another way to look at it. By yavat Bhagavan arkaha goganehi tapehi, up to that point, asya prutoho, this prutus with the apostrophe and s, this prutus in the prutuvin chakram rulership, the prutuvin ஆட்சியானது, this rulership of Pruthu, amanasa chalat, as far as the mind can take you. Geographically, I can go up to the Arctic mountains. Other places maybe I can visit, but Arctic people don't visit. But my mind can go there. Or the extent of universe also, if you want to understand it that way. Or my mind can also try and picture past, present, and future, but it cannot go beyond a certain point. It doesn't know, right? Up to that point, as long as the sun shines, Asya Prutoho Chakram, this rulership, the kingdom of Pruthu Maharaja, Apratihatam Vartate. It will be there, it will be nourished, unobstructed. Nobody can obstruct it. Nobody. Apratihatam. Okay. Tadayatru. So whatever obstacles we come across in our life, please remember, dear brothers and sisters, obstacles also come along with solutions. Along with solutions, no obstacle is permanent. So why they are not permanent? Because dharma rules over it, removes it. It's under the control of this dharma chakram. That is what the meaning of this Pruthu. This is why Mother Earth, Bhudevi, Bhulokam is called Prithvi. Partha, Krishna Bhagavan addresses Arjuna. Same thing applies to you and to me. Partha, the child of Prithvi, Mother Earth. And that name has come from Pruthu Avataram. Okay. Asya apratihatam chakram prutoho amanasa chalat vartate Bhagavan arkaha yavat tapati go ganaihi. Bhagavan's grace, we will take up Slokam 15 the next session. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om.